Hello, hi, I'm Patricia McNeely. I'm an illumined Blu-ray twin flame from Chicago, Illinois. How are you today? Today, I hope you're doing well as we approach the end of the year. This has been quite a year. 2018, I will sum it up in one word, emotion. That was the year for addressing a lot of the emotions surrounding things. We're not out of it yet, ladies and gentlemen. However, you may have a better handle on it at this point. Now, a lot of the things that have happened over the year have been to give you that sense of not only yourself and being together, being connected to someone, but it's leading up to 2019, which will be firmly about togetherness, all kinds of aspects of together. So it's no longer a focus on duality where you say, I'm this, you're that. A lot of people will talk about the mirror, but not really be able to see deeper levels of those mirrors or the reasons. And I'm going to tell you why. Because some of the things you see here on Earth are but the surface level of things that have happened way long ago, in another time, in another place, and many times in another dimension. This is a part of this compression that you're feeling. Now, we've had some energy here that has been very intense for people. It may feel like it's been brought on by the moon, but it's going to carry you through the new year. So eyes open. I want to make you aware. Okay, I like to use the word aware because I had a guide once who kept saying that. Be aware, be aware. That guy did not use the word conscious or consciousness or mindfulness. Being aware implies that you're focused on your surroundings, the things you're sensing. It goes beyond just using the noodle here, the mind. It will be a year of focus on unification. That is what you are in the process of. So it's going to be a lot more about your body. Thankfully, that is what I teach about. And not only that, I am teaching people so that they too can make something of this. So stay tuned for that because my first book is out and it is getting very good reviews. I'm getting very good testimonial on my body sessions. But the unification that we're talking about, it's going to pertain to many areas of your life. It's going to be health. It's going to be healthy finances, whatever that means for you. For some people, this means less materialistic. For some people, it means growth and expansion. Maybe they're looking at getting a different place or moving. And for other people, it might mean downsizing or right-sizing. But the key word here, healthy. How are the finances healthy, especially considering that they're putting the two of you together? I'm going to ask you a very silly holiday question. Did any of you get your new underwear? Okay, that was a big thing in my family. The boys would get brand new underwear. And, you know, that kind of stopped as they reached a certain age. But if you're going to be together, check one of those things there, okay? Be healthy about, you know, some of the things you need to be healthy about. You need to, you know, get some things out, get some new things in. It is also going to be a focus on unification when it comes to love. This does include self-love. It means taking good care of yourself in every area. So some people are really good at fending for themselves, but they would sure love to have their husband show up. Or they're very good at fending for themselves in some of these areas, but they'd sure like to have their wife show up. Of course, because that's been duality. I do this, you do that. You have to be able to do everything within your unification. So there is an entire process of unification which has started, believe it or not, from 2010 and 2014. If you do not remember what 2014 was like, it's coming up. If you don't know what to do, it's time to come see me. I would like to let you know that I am able to get things shifted for people within about four body sessions with me. We start with the first two, and then we assess where you need to be. And I don't believe in the word block, okay? There's not one block keeping you from each other. There is a unification process, and it's incumbent on you to have certain things in place. So to give you one example of that, let's say we use the favorite thing we all like to use, right? We DM, okay, right now that DM stands for direct message. We text, we look at photos, we check it out, we do all kinds of things. But if you're relying too much on this, it'll go away. It'll go away in favor of true direct heart communication. True direct heart communication is not telepathy, meaning it is not using the same structures. You have to be able to focus on your high heart. There are high heart connections, particularly here, right over the heart. Hence, why has this year been so emotional? A lot of us have carried a lot of baggage from space and time. A lot. Okay, another thing that you should be doing as we go into 2019, thank you, karmics. Thank you. Maybe that person is softening up your twin flame for you. Maybe you are the karmic and you're helping someone else because you can. Maybe something inside you deeply knows this person isn't your one. You won't end up together. Something will happen, but it's somewhere in the future. Okay? And something in you is saying, someday my prince will come. Someday my prince will come. Okay? So if something inside you has this tune going for you, you know. And it's time to say thank you, karmics. And if you are helping someone and you may be a very good karmic soulmate, thank you. Many, many things are learned. But the lessons have already been learned. The lessons are no longer needed. However, is there support needed? Sometimes there is support because there isn't health. Sometimes there is support needed because the finances are not healthy right now. Sometimes support is needed just to feel some semblance of love and affection. So I'm not here to judge, but I am here to say there will come a time when you say thank you, or someone tells you thank you. Thank you for being a friend. Sometimes it's that simple. Not every karmic situation is negative or dark or has claws in it or is blocking you. That's when you need to look at the mirror and say, well, what about my health? Okay? Is your twin flame coming in to be your babysitter? Look at your health. Is your twin flame coming in to just be your caretaker for all your foibles and quirks and family habits and patterns? No. So those are things that you have to turn the mirror around and look at yourself and say, you know, what is happening so that we are not dualistic? I've got this, you've got that. You're coming to me with all this baggage. I've got all this baggage already. What do we do with it? Okay, that's when you come and see me, because I have ways to get it gone without it being a discussion. Do you really want to discuss this? Do you really want to engage the ego part of your twin by discussing it, talking about it? Or would you like to be able to use the force of love and have it be gone? That is what I specialize in. Now, after we have a holiday, okay, this was something we did as children. What would happen? We'd get new clothes, we'd get new toys, we'd get a new book. We set our old things aside, right? We put away the old toys, okay? But for adults, what are those things? Some of those things are the things that you're trying to hang on to way too tightly. Old ways, ancient ways, family ways, and it's not working for you. And you got to admit it. You might have to say, you know what? I think I had another holiday, and even though there was only one way to get through it, and it wasn't sober, I just can't drink like this anymore. I feel allergic to alcohol. Okay, how do you put away the old toys? I help you with that. I focus on your light body because that is the fastest, easiest way to get your high heart channels open, get the love in, and get it shifted. And this year is going to be a focus on the internal light body. So you're going to have a deeper need for sleep, even though you're exhausted and fatigued. You may have certain water issues in your body, your circulation, your other parts such as the menstrual areas, the hormones in your body. Okay, this is something to be aware of, which is that as you change the season here, it will have an effect on your body. We're on the other side now, and things will be on the up and up, but you're pulling yourself out of levels that you may not realize, but your body will feel it. So if you are feeling things with your body, that is where I am a guided intuitive to help you with this, cut to the chase, get it shifted, get it moving, and to start getting the health in, we narrow it down. Now, I don't just talk about the body, I talk about the body in relation to being together, because that's the whole point, being together. So some of you might be looking outside and saying, well, where are the couples together? Or you see people paired off and you say, well, what about them? They're together. What are they going through? A lot of twin flames who are together have not had the same metaphysical experiences as you. They are together. 2019 will be the time that they are having it. I know this because I see it in my family. I see the things that my family is going through because there are several people together. And they've been simmering along for years, sometimes 20 years. Some of them are celebrating their anniversaries, but not knowing why is their body suddenly blowing a gasket. I know. Okay, but what I do with that is it's time for the giving of gifts, and I go and I bring the body prototype and template. The template of relationship from 5D. That is the gift. That is why you're here. So, and it's for both of you because that's what keeps you together. Together. Okay? So, the things that I'm able to help with, a twin flame body session, especially for your causal body and the psyche body. I have a live online webinar, which I am starting December 28th. Now, this was my thought on it, so hear me out. I'm having it Friday evening for those of you in Australia, Western United States, Asia, which should be your Saturday morning. So you can join. It's intended as support. It's intended as twice weekly support for you. You end your week, you get support. Sunday morning, for those of you in the United States, in Europe, the UK, parts of Africa, parts of the Middle East, come join on Sunday. So Friday, Sunday, Friday, Sunday. You end the week, you start the week. This was what I was feeling would be helpful for people through the end of the year, closing out your year, beginning the new year. I also have a live class for your further epiphany on the day of the epiphany, January 6th. It is from 1 to 4. The live part means it is here in Chicago. So if you're in Chicago, near Chicago, that is a Sunday, and I hope that you can attend. And the links are below in the description. So I have a little demo for you here to make this further clarifying for you, okay? If you have a twin flame person, okay, and men, please forgive, I know this probably looks kind of, like why is she always using a male figure? It's because he has his swim trunks on. He's ready for what I'm gonna. Men are prepared, males are prepared. He's ready for what I'm gonna demo here. Okay, you try to move him, okay, he's not on a medium that can easily move him. If you've ever tried to budge someone or move a car when it's on concrete or something like that, or boat or anything. But when you get this person in a different medium, what happens? They start to move very easily. You can push them out of harm's way, out of danger. They're very easy to move. Not easy to manipulate, mind you, easy to move. Okay? And we'll take another example here. Okay? You have someone who, they may seem immovable. So I have this here. In fact, this vase sort of depicts the way the energies twine around. Okay? And what starts to happen with all of the emotion? Emotion is very watery energy. That person starts to lift up. So they start to get buoyed up in the water. They're no longer touching, you see? No longer touching bottom. Now, that is sort of a figurative example where we're using the elements, earth, air, water. How do you do that? You do it through your body. You do it through the things that I teach. And not only that, it's important to learn this. So this is what I'm going to throw out there. I am teaching people how to do this. Because when you teach people how to fish, they can keep fishing. When you keep handing people fish, they keep looking for fish. And that's what some people are doing out on the internet. They are, looking at this and looking at that and looking at that and deciding with their mind, like, okay, I got a good handle on it. But how would you like it if it comes to you naturally through your body, where you get what's specific for your own union and how to budge things? So let's say that this person, okay, let's say he's by himself, because there's plenty of people where they're saying, you know what, I'm not sure what I want to do for my mission. I'm not sure. That's like saying, I don't know what I want to be when I grow up. Fair enough. You don't know what you want to be. But when you start to get yourself up and into a different level, it starts to come to you. I teach you how you can do this and start formulating your plans, okay? Because while you are unique in all of creation, you still have to live here. You still have to, for a while, fend for yourself perhaps, or get yourself healthy about some of this stuff. So I've already started with the classes I've had. And if you are interested in this, write to me. I'm keeping an email list of people who are interested so that when it's ready, I can let you know. Meanwhile, learn from me with my webinar or my class and have a session with me. This is a very good twin flame tune-up to have. This one is going to shift it for you. I have people write me back after their sessions. And just another thing to let you know, thank you for the donations that you have contributed. I want to let you know I'm going to do a little outline, but those donations actually don't go to me for doing these. I actually use them to help people who genuinely need help and need a session. I invite people to my webinars. There's numerous people I've invited to my webinar and included them because they needed it. There are numerous people that I've given sessions to because I contribute some, you've contributed some, and my goal is to help people shift and get better and feel better and really feel like they are not only loved, but in love. So that's what those go for. They don't really go anyplace else but to the people it's intended for. So to give you an example, I've had people who are quite literally between living maybe in their vehicle or going to family and still needing to get to family, and they need to shift their energies in order for the flow to get going, in order for other resources to be amenable for them. I have helped people shift their health so that they can start to get back to working and living. I have helped people who are recently divorced, who are grieving and going through it. I have also helped people who are grieving the loss of someone very close, but they know that they cannot afford to be grieving and sick from grieving. We help to get that moving. We help to get people back to some semblance of living so that the real living can move into place. I focus on getting your high heart channels open. So some of you are just finding out that there are high heart connections. I have all of the material that outlines where those are, why they are, how they work, how to make it easy, because it's a natural part of you, okay? So in some ways, this is like maybe when you were a kid and you were in health class, you knew you had the parts, okay? But they had to tell you certain things about your part. It's no different. I'm a teacher. I'm a teacher, and that's what I'm here to do. I like to see people successful. There are numerous people that I've helped that you see and watch on YouTube. Numerous people, okay? One of the things that I want to remind you of, which I've gotten away from saying, is you are not crazy, okay? So as you go along here and you say, well, I thought I was healthy, but gosh, this happened in my body. You're not crazy. I thought I was really okay with that karmic situation, but I'm not. I feel like I'm losing it. You're not crazy, okay? Don't let the things that happen along this process make you think that you yourself are crazy, okay? Because you're not. You're not. There's been a lot of craziness for sure, but you're not crazy. So thanks so much for watching. Reach out to me for a session. You can book it 24/7 on my website. It converts the time zone at twinflamesmerge.com, or email me at twinflamesmerge@gmail.com. You can click on those at any time, and I will be back with more to talk about. So please know that there are more ways than 12 to do this, get the twin flames into place, get them from being sopping wet, that they've actually, do have a reason to live and not stay in the watery depths, okay, and to rise up and be who they are. So thanks so much for watching. Have a wonderful day. Bye now.